Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and in today's video I wanted to do a recap of T-Mobile's network guidance for the year of 2017. So as you can see on the screen at the top, we have T-Mobile's coverage map as of December 31st, 2016, and at the bottom we have T-Mobile's projected coverage map as of December 31st, 2017. So you may ask, well, how is T-Mobile going to fill in that much coverage within the next 12 months? So part of it is the U.S. cellular roaming agreement that they have. So some of that will be filled in with U.S. cellular coverage. And then I also think they're going to purchase C-Spire or have some type of roaming agreement with them as well. I don't see why not. You know, they just got out of the 600 megahertz auction. So they spent a lot of money on that, and then also Dish Network spectrum is on the table. So maybe they want to save funding for the Dish Network spectrum, because in the end that would probably help them a lot more, clear capacity, and we will get to that here in a little bit. But this is definitely really good because this is close to the Verizon coverage map, and T-Mobile is really, going balls to the wall. This is also a broader coverage on LTE than AT&T. AT&T can mimic this coverage map, but with HSPA plus coverage. T-Mobile says they will have all this coverage covered with LTE. So it's going to be very fun to see these next 12 months and how it plays out. T-Mobile, Neville will keep us updated throughout the year how their coverage map is going and if they're going to hit their predictions, which usually they do. But if they can do this by December 31st, 2017, and get this coverage looking like this, they're going to be very, very big competition to the big two. So next, what I wanted to touch up on is network capacity growth. So a lot of people have been saying, T-Mobile has congestion. How are they going to fix it? They don't have any more spectrum. And a lot of you are right. So as you can see at the end of Q4 2016, approximately 70% of spectrum was being used for 4G LTE compared to 52% at the end of Q4 2015. So in a whole year, they added an additional 20% of 4G LTE spectrum. Now you're probably saying, well, that's a good thing because now there's more capacity added onto towers. And at 70%, I gotta tell you, this means that most markets are tapped out on spectrum, that they hardly have very little refarming that needs to be done. So what that means is, well, let's just say T-Mobile has an influx of customers in your market. That's going to take a big toll on the network, especially now that they can do HD streaming. T-Mobile, I was listening to the earnings call yesterday. They said that they're banking on a lot of customers not opting that HD option and staying on the standard. That's what they're thinking, but who knows? So what I'm saying is that it will take, adding spectrum you can do that faster than adding, let's say, a macro site or small cells, as we all know. So if your market tends to slow down and you're out of spectrum, then you have to wait until the local network team can make accommodations to add small cells and add additional macro sites where needed, because they have no more spectrum to tap into. Now, once the 600 megahertz is available, then they'll be able to tap into that spectrum and add some more capacity growth on that. But also, you may also have to look into getting a new device. In the future, a lot more devices are going to come out with 4x4 MIMO and 256 QAMs, but that is essentially why other carriers haven't really made a big deal about it, because there's not enough devices out with that technology. On T-Mobile's network, the only phones that can do it currently is the S7 and the S7 Edge. So T-Mobile's making a big deal out of it, but it is giving them capacity and capacity growth and added onto the network. So that will also help in markets where spectrum is tapped out, but you will have to have a device to support that technology. Also, voice over LTE, approximately 67% of total voice calls. So 67% of calls are going over voice over LTE, which also gives them additional spectrum to free up. So that is really good. And as we get further into this year, I'm sure more voice calls will go over voice over LTE. and that will give T-Mobile an edge in that department. Also, carrier aggregation is live for T-Mobile in 674 cities. So if you're having a congestion issue and your market is tapped out on spectrum, you're more than likely going to have to wait quite a bit to get any enhancements. As far as another tower or small cells, as you most of you know, it takes permits, zoning, all that stuff to get that going. So that can take quite some time. And also, just to add this in, 4x4 MIMO is currently available in more than 300 cities. So in the future, as the S8 comes out, S8 Plus, LG G6, maybe even a new HTC device, those devices should have these technologies enabled. And then also more devices will come out with band 66. And I don't know if we will see devices this year that can support the 600 megahertz band. That's probably for 2018. But T-Mobile said they're making a push to be the first carrier to roll that spectrum out as well. And also Neville talked about unlicensed spectrum, that he's going to trial that here pretty soon and get that going on a commercial network. So all of this has helped T-Mobile, get the speeds that they have now. But if you look at it, they pretty much reached in their whole trick bag and pulled out all of the technologies. No other carrier right now is at 70% of spectrum used. I think Verizon's at like 40, and Sprint has tons of spectrum, and AT&T is second. So T-Mobile is the only carrier right now that's a 70% of spectrum used for LTE. No other carrier is heavily doing any 4x4 MIMO or 256 QAMs. I believe AT&T has it on their network in a few markets. Verizon is starting to roll it out, and Sprint also, but they're not making a big push like T-Mobile is. So once these other carriers add that stuff on their network, it looks like they're going to be a lot faster, and also they have more spectrum as well. So if your market has slowed down a bit, let's say you're in Verizon market and a lot of people switch to the unlimited plan, more than likely Verizon's going to have some more spectrum to add to these towers to give you a boost of capacity a lot faster than waiting to have to add a tower or small cells. So definitely just wanted to make this video for you guys. And you can also read these stats. These are facts. I'm not making it up. So definitely just wanted to drop this video for you guys so you can see where T-Mobile stands right now. They're really pushing it, but they're almost at the max of all the technologies. So next is going into 5G for them. Neville said yesterday they don't have a desperate need to densify, but they are adding small cells. They're at about 1,000 currently rolled out. He says they're doing it very quietly, and another 1,000 will be launched this year. And he says the reason they are doing it is to set up the network for 5G. So we will see how that goes. I will keep you guys updated. I got some more videos coming out today, just waiting on a little bit more research. So definitely you guys stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.